Hello Python programmers. So in this video, I'm going to show you that how you can create a Amazon product notifier using Python. So first of all, let's see that what this program can do. Scenario one, let's say that a product is unavailable for a long period of time and you want to get a personalized pop-up notification whenever that product is available. So this program has a feature for that. Scenario two, let's say that a product is available at normal price, at regular price, and you want to get a notification whenever that particular product is available at deal price or at offer price. So yeah, this program will have that functionality also. Okay, so these are the two features that this program will have. Now let's move on to the editor so that we can see how we can create this program. Okay, but before that, you have to install a few packages. First one will be requests. So pip install, just a second, pip install requests. Okay, this will take some time and for me it is already installed. Now the second package that you have to install is pip install win10 toast, win10 toast. This package will be used to give the pop-up notification. Okay, and the last package that you have to install is bs4 or beautiful soup 4. Okay, so this will be used for web scraping. Now go back to the terminal again and install this package also. Okay, so all our packages are installed. Let's get to our editor so that we can see how we can create this program. Okay, so now we are into our editor. Once again, the code is written in front of you and will be provided on my GitHub profile. But before you go ahead and download this code, make sure that you watch this video complete because we are doing web scraping here, and often what websites do is they change their classes, they change their IDs. So if you don't do web scraping with me and just copy paste my code, then you might get an error. Okay, so just watch this video. You'll get the idea what I'm talking about. Okay, so first what you have to do is you have to import the required libraries, which is requests, beautiful soup, win10 toast, and time. Okay, then we'll create an infinite loop using while true condition. Okay, then we are using requests.get class to extract the data from this web page. Okay, so let's see when a product is unavailable. Okay, so this Zepster monitor is unavailable for now, and we want to get the notification when that product is available. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll use r.content or the data extracted from this request.get class dot content. So all the data, all the tags and the values stored between those tags are stored in this C variable. Okay, then we have initiate our toast notify. We'll get back to it after we have done the web scraping. So we are using beautiful soup to convert this data into html.parser so that we can find specific tags like class, like heading, right? So we are converting it to html.parser. Okay, then we are creating a try and accept condition. So just give me a second, I'm explaining you. So first we have a try condition and we are checking if that product is available. So in the availability condition we have two sub condition. First, the product is available at regular price, and second, a product is available at exclusive or at deal price. Okay, and if these two conditions are not true, we'll go to this accept condition, which means that product is not available. So let's see here. Let's say when a product is available at regular price. So let's go to a product that is available at regular price. Okay, so this Dell monitor is present at regular price. Okay, Dell monitor. Okay, so let's copy the link, and you have to make sure that you are copying the whole web address. Okay, including this code. Then let me do one thing. Let me inspect the page and show you that what class or what ID is used to extract the price of this product. So let me click on this one. Okay, and okay, so we are selecting this. Now here you can see that the span of ID price block R price has price value. So what you have specified here is soup.find. So in this soup variable, which is having all the HTML tags and all the values, we have to find the span. And what is the span ID? ID is price block R price, which is this span ID. Okay, so this is the span ID for regular price product. Then what we'll do is we'll split the text. The text is price here. We are splitting it so that we can remove the comma. Okay, so let's get back. The price type is regular price. This variable will be used when we are creating the pop-up notification. Okay, then what we are doing here is we are selecting the value which is present at first index. Now let me do one thing. Let me print this price value first. Okay, so let's print this price value first and see that what is the value present inside this price variable. Okay, otherwise you'll be confused that why we are selecting only the first index. So let me run this program first. Is it the same link? Okay, let's run this. Now here you can see the first value of this list, or the value at the 0th index is the rupees symbol. Now we don't want the rupees symbol. We only want the numeric value, the price. So let me close this. Okay, so this is why we are only selecting the value which is present at the or at the second value. Okay, now I guess the program is running in the background, so let me close it. The program is closed now because it's a py.w file. This is why to close the program I have to go to task manager and kill that task. Okay, I'll explain you why I have created a py.w file instead of py5. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, the rupees symbol is ignored and only the numeric value is extracted. Then what we'll do is we'll remove the comma symbol from our price, and now the value becomes a perfect float number. Okay, now what we'll do is the final step to this process is we have already extracted the value, the price of the product. Now what we have to do is toast.show toast, or to show the pop-up notification. These are the two parameters. First is the title of the notification, and this is the pop-up of the notification. Okay, so this was the condition if the product is available at normal price. Now let's see if a product is available at deal price. So let's go to product which is available at deal price. So like this Samsung monitor is present at deal price. Now let's inspect this page also, and let me click here and point at the price. Just a second. So from here we can see the class or the span ID in which the value is price block deal price. Okay, so what you have to do is instead of the span ID price block R price, we have to write span ID price block deal price, and all the things will remain the same. So let's go through this program real quick. First of all, the packages are imported. Then we are creating an infinite loop, and inside this infinite loop, first of all, we are getting the data, we are extracting the data from a web page. Then we are converting the data into Python understandable values. Then what we are doing here is we are converting the data into HTML.parser so that we can extract the tags and classes and all the other things. So all the data is stored in this soup variable. Then we are creating try and accept condition. First try and accept condition will find out whether a product is available or not available, and inside the available try condition we have two conditions: if a product is present at regular price, and if a product is present at deal price or at offer price. So what we'll do is we'll find the span ID. I've already shown you how you can find the span ID by inspecting the price tag. Okay, then we'll split the value, and we want to extract the value present at the second index, and here we are only extracting the text of this price value. Okay, so this price value actually has a lot of data. So let me show you. It has the span, class, and all the things here, but we don't want all these values. We only want the text, the numeric value. So what we'll do is, let me first close this program. It's very irritating. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, the price is having lots of value, but we only want the numeric value or the text or the price of the product. So price.text.split, we only want the text, and we splitting the text also because we want to remove the rupees symbol. So what we are doing here is, we are only extracting the second element of the list, because the first element of the list is that rupees symbol, so we don't want that. Then we are replacing our comma, because we don't want comma also, so that we can convert this value into complete float value if you want to compare it with a certain value. Let's say that you want to get notification when the price is below a certain limit, right? So we can do that also. Then we are using the show toast from our Vinted toast to show a pop-up notification, and the process will continue for our deal price also. Instead of span id price block our price, we'll show span id price block deal price. Okay, and if these two conditions are not true, which means that the product is neither available on deal price nor on regular price, which means that this product is unavailable. So the final accept condition is product not available. You can also do show toast here, and the final step is to print the price type, which is either regular price or offer price or product not available. Okay, then we'll do time.sleep 10 seconds, so that our program can rest for 10 seconds, or this infinite loop runs after every 10 seconds. Okay, and one more thing, this is a pyw file, not a py file. Now the specialty of a pyw file is that it can run in the background without the shell, right? So we are using this functionality, this program in our background, so that let's say that you're working on your project. Okay, you're simply doing your work or watching a web series, and this program is running in the background, and it will show you the notification whenever your provided condition is true. Okay, now you can go on and create fancy GUI for this or do whatever you want. Okay, but this is the basics. So this is it, and I'll meet you in my next lecture where we'll create something more awesome. Okay, so meet you there. Bye bye.